What's up, guys? It's Sunday morning, 9 a.m. We just got a call. No idea what the call is yet. So I figure maybe we can do an episode of Being Lineman where I bring you guys along for the call and we check out how I troubleshoot, diagnose, and in this case, restore power. As they did say, it was a no power call. Just getting my computer booted up here, so I'm not sure how many customers are affected quite yet. Alright, just paused it there for a minute while we were waiting. So it shows 2 customers, no power. Oh, this isn't a good spot. A lot of trees in this area. A little bit of wind, kind of a rainy day. I suspect probably going to be a tree top in the lines, if not maybe a squirrel or something. But let's hit the road. We've got an hour long drive ahead of us. We'll pause the video till we get there and hang tight. We'll see y'all soon. Alright guys, so we just rolled in. One step I've got to do first is myself arrived on my computer. We are way out in the buoys right now. Don't even have cell service here. Sun's shining, it's not rainy like in town. So I did notice right off the bat the cutout is open, feeding 2 customers. If you look over my shoulder here, let's see if we can zoom that in. Cannot zoom in, let me flip the camera around. So that cutout is open, the primary heads off into the trees there. So let's jump out and take a walk, see what we can find. I'm not gonna walk in through there, we'll take his driveway here. That's real nice. Primary, it's buried in the trees in there. If I remember correctly, this place has 2 great big dogs too. After a couple weeks ago, definitely want to be conscientious of that. Can't see it in camera, but I can see the primary there. There's nothing on the primary there. Nice little brook. And now we can see the wires here again. Probably just a squirrel or something got into the transformer, I assume. Everything looks good up on this pole. Brand new insulators. And we can see the lines are out in the open. Much better here now. Looks like the wire goes into the trees again a little bit there. Still nothing that would kick that fuse open. Mostly up and around the neutral. And it's going into one last pole here. Again through the trees, but there's nothing on the primary. Nice spot for the pole here. We can see if we can find any critters on the ground. Not seeing any critters, that's not a good sign. Oh man, can't even see that transformer. No fuse on that guy. Just taking a closer look for a squirrel or something camouflaged in all this tree. But really not seeing much. Transformer doesn't look to be in the greatest shape. We'll have to set up my truck. Have to drive the truck in here and take a little bit closer look. There could be a critter up on top of the can. Maybe that can's cooked. Hard to say. Hopefully there's a pressure relief valve on it. If we give that a yank, hot black oil that smells burnt comes out. I'm gonna assume the transformer's cooked and we'll have to replace that. So I'm just gonna walk back to the truck, and pretty good road here. Shouldn't have any trouble getting the truck in here, getting set up, get a better look. Alright, so we're up in the air here now. Doesn't look great, but there's no burn marks or anything. That's all just junk from the trees and everything. They did use copper leads. Everything's good and tight. Nothing's melted. The tank itself isn't warm at all. There's no signs that there was an internal explosion at all. We can see on the bushing there's 2 flash marks, so it does look like something made contact with the primary there. This is a CSP switch. It's an internal disconnect. Bit of a rat's nest, but nothing overly concerning. See that hot leg? It's awful close to that neutral, but it's not bare at all. Bend that off that so it doesn't chafe through. But really, lightning arrestor is not blown. Tap clamp looks good. Everything looks good. Let's take a second look on the ground, a closer look, see if we can't find a critter. And I think before jumping the gun and changing the transformer, quite a job getting that out of there and through into town. We may try and close the line in, but we'll have a look at that fuse, see if maybe just the fuse link pulled. If it did, I'll show you guys how we can tell that. So let's take another look on the ground here first. Alright, so we got the truck all packed up. Take a little bit better of a look. Sometimes a squirrel, when it falls to the ground, will get hung up in one of the trees or something. And there's a whole lot of tree to get hung up on there, for sure. But man, I am not seeing a thing. It is possible too, if it was a squirrel, that a fox or a bird came along and scooped him up for lunch. That happens every so often, especially where it was an hour-long drive to get out here. Really don't see anything of any concern. Our only other option would be to call one of the guys from town to come out here with a megger and test the transformer. But we'll be testing that transformer here in a sec when we close that fuse in, so if you guys can all cross your fingers for me. No idea how this is going to work out. Yeah, it's Aaron here. I'm going to bring up switch 8001 S152.
Aaron, go ahead for 801 S152.
8001 S152 is in the open position. Controlled the line, nothing found. Went up, took a close look at the transformer. Everything looks good. Could be a bad transformer, but there's no other indications that it is. So I'd like to give it a try there. Refuse and close 8001 S152.
For Aaron, I understand that you got 801 S152 open. You patrolled. Did not find anything. You checked the transformer at the end. Did not find anything there either. You can go ahead. Refuse and close 801 S152. 6 amp fuse and report.
10 for you, so then go ahead and refuse and close 8001 S152 with a 6 amp fuse and report. Alright, won't be long.
21 clear for now.
182 good. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, don't exactly have a good feeling about this, guys. Not sure where my camera stands. But we're gonna hope for the best here. This is probably gonna go sucks. See if we can't stand up the camera here. Alright, how's that? Good enough. Alright, cross your fingers, guys. So what I'm going to be looking for, I got my camera up high, basically small little fuse tail in that door when we remove it. If that's still intact, then maybe she just dropped open. And that's not good. No fuse tail hanging at all. So that's not really reassuring. I know you guys look at my forehead here, but I'm going to readjust the camera. Take that cap off. Oh yeah, that was blown to pieces. And the entire fuse inside is gone. That's not good. That's not good at all. This thing is gonna blow on me. We just pulled the new fuse down in through the door. Black flies are eating me like crazy. Screw that cap on. Just gonna flip that spring down. Suppose I could have readjusted the camera, but wrap that around here and we'll snug that right back up. You don't need to put a wrench on these when you snug them up, guys. Just cut off the tail. That's it, guys. A lot of times I'm thinking we got a 50-50 shot. I'm not feeling good about this one at all. I suspect this is probably going to blow. All right, it didn't blow. I'm not going to look at it. Sometimes it takes a minute. Interesting. Well, in that case, maybe it was an animal. I don't want to look at that. Sometimes it blows like 5 minutes later. It scares the crap out of you. She's holding. I'm surprised. Let's take a walk in, make sure there's nothing arcing in here. Listening for any arcing sounds up in the branches, although, like I said, it's hard to see on camera, but the wire's pretty clear. Trees are just beneath it all. Must have been a critter getting into that transformer. Had to have been. We'll make sure that the it's possible that that internal disconnect, that CSP switch, opened up, and that's why the fuse didn't blow. That CSP could have cleared the fault internally. If that's the case, then we'll still have to change the transformer. We're going to cross our fingers that that's not the case. Could have been a real small tree branch too that flash burnt it right off. But not seen any evidence of that. Looks like they got a digital meter, so it'll be easy to tell if there's power or not, even if the breaker's open inside. Nothing arcing up there. All right, cross your fingers for me again, guys. Beauty. Wow. Power's on. I was not expecting that at all. What a boring episode. But it's all part of the job. So I'm going to head back to the truck, report to our dispatcher that everything's clear. By the time I leave, I will have been here for 10 minutes or so after closing in. So if it was going to blow open again, it likely would have by now. And again, there's no arcing or anything up near the trees. Line's pretty clear anyways. I can see it all here real good walking out. But I might as well post this one up anyways. Give you guys an idea sometimes how these boring calls work and what goes through my head as I'm arriving on site and what I'm looking for. I suspect a critter was laying in the leaves there somewheres, or maybe that bird that's calling in the background had big breakfast. But thanks for stopping in. As always, guys, be safe, and we'll see you all soon.